14 reasons to never move to Iceland. 1. It's prohibitively expensive. Iceland is one of the top 10 most expensive countries. A one-bed apartment costs around $1,550 per month. A single person needs around $3,000 to live comfortably. Prices in Iceland are 2 to 3 times higher than in the US. The country has to import and tax everything. Sometimes the tax is almost as much as the item itself. 2. Most items aren't available in supermarkets. It takes a long time to import goods to Iceland. There isn't much choice of spices and ingredients. Iceland grows some vegetables in greenhouses, but it's just tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers. Anything else has to be imported. Fruits and berries are mostly sold frozen. 3. Everything is closed all the time. On holidays, all stores, gas stations, and restaurants are closed. Malls don't open until 1 p.m. on Sundays. Big grocery stores work from 11 to 6. 4. You'll eat a lot at gas stations. Some restaurants are open for less than 3 hours a day. Breakfast and coffee shops don't open until 9 a.m. Even the locals often eat at gas stations. 5. The sidewalks are poorly maintained. The weather frequently changes from rain to snow, but no one salts or sands. Slippery walkways. People slip and break bones all the time. 6. There are a lot of tourists. Only 372,520 people live in Iceland. About 2 million foreigners visited it in 2023. Tourism has surpassed fishing as the #1 industry. During peak season, the prices increase. Accommodations are booked out far in advance. The main spots are crowded and dirty. 7. Many places only take credit cards. It's unnecessary to exchange cash. If you do, bring a coin purse. You'll get lots of change, ranging from 1 to 100 krona. 8. Driving is dangerous. Cars drive with 2 wheels over the center line. They swerve over the line when they're getting past. Icelandic truckers drive slowly in the center of the road. They go well over the speed limit on downhills. Ice on the roads makes it even more dangerous. 9. Public transportation is a headache. The system is confusing and rarely on time. It is also quite expensive and crowded. 10. Icelanders aren't welcoming to foreigners. Icelandic is one of the most difficult languages. Not many people outside of Iceland know it. Foreigners might learn a few words to get around, but they often get rude responses at most places. 11. Sulfur water is quite a culture shock. The water in Iceland has an oily texture. The smell of sulfur hangs heavily in the air. You immediately know if someone has taken a shower. 12. There are no signs on buildings. There's no way to tell if it's a house or a liquor store. Outside of the capital, none of the buildings have signs. Finding things is incredibly difficult. There are no signs on the highway either. 13. Iceland is isolated. It's closer to Greenland than to Europe. Traveling abroad is expensive and time-consuming. 14. The weather is terrible. Icelandic winters are long and bleak. The temperature hovers around 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It can get cold enough to snow for 2 days. Then it will rain for the next 2 weeks. In summer, it's rarely warmer than 65 degrees Fahrenheit.